If the government of India is involved in having him killed, that's absolutely reprehensible.
3 men have been arrested and charged in the high-profile killing of a man in Surrey last June. Hardeep Singh Nijjar was gunned down outside the Guru Nanak Sikh Gurdwara. It's believed the killers were working on behalf of the Indian government. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Those 3 men in their 20s are behind bars tonight for the brazen shooting. It's a major development in the murder that thrusts Canada-India relations into the deep freeze. Police made it clear there could be more arrests, and they're still investigating the potential role of the Indian government. CTV's Yasmin Gandam has the latest.
When 45-year-old Hardeep Singh Nijjar was gunned down outside a Gurdwara in Surrey last June the 18th, members of the Sikh community feared they could be next.
I go to temple every day, but if I go, I'm scared. I don't know what's going to happen.
Today, 3 arrests have been made, but the community is left scarred.
Well, it's a good first step, but there are a lot more questions that have been raised by these arrests than there are answers.
Karanpreet Singh, Kamalpreet Singh, and Karan Brar are each facing 1 count of first-degree murder and 1 count of conspiracy to commit murder in Nijjar's death. The men were arrested in Edmonton, where they live. This is the Toyota Corolla believed to have been used at the time of Nijjar's murder.
We are aware that others may have played a role in this homicide, and we remain dedicated to finding and arresting each one of these individuals.
Nijjar was a vocal supporter for the creation of a separate Sikh state, or the Khalistan movement. In September, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau pointed fingers at foreign interference.
Over the past number of weeks, Canadian security agencies have been actively pursuing credible allegations of a potential link between agents of the government of India and the killing of a Canadian citizen, Hardeep Singh Nijjar.
It sparked a diplomatic crisis between the 2 countries. Indian Canadians were suspended from receiving a visa to travel to India. According to police, working with the Indian government on the investigation has not been easy.
I'll be frank, I'll characterize that collaboration as rather challenging and difficult for the last several years.
It led to widespread fear and anger among the Sikh community across Canada.
That this is the beginning of a discovery for all of us as to how far the tentacles of the government of India and gangsters go in terms of the assassination of Mr. Nijjar.
The community hopes evidence will prove what they have believed for a while, that the alleged hit squad charged was hired by the Indian government.
And Yasmin Gandam is live outside the very temple where Nijjar was gunned down. Yasmin, what are you hearing from people there?
Mi-jung, people are angry. They have been angry since Nijjar was gunned down at this very Gurdwara parking lot last year. They want answers. And yes, it is encouraging that arrests have been made, but there is a lot of fear in the community, fear to speak up, to raise their voice. We know that Nijjar was a prominent Sikh activist, so people are afraid that if they advocate for Khalistan, that they could face similar consequences. But one thing I will say, Mi-jung, there is a real sense of community here. There are evening prayers going on right now behind me, and giving out of free food, or langar as it is traditionally called. People really trying to kind of come together and heal as best as they can from this unspeakable tragedy. Mi-jung?
Yeah, and as the police said, the investigation isn't over, so we'll be watching for any more updates. Thank you, Yasmin.